I'm going to leave the bars like that with a filed finish on there, because the next thing I'm going to do is take the frame, the forks and the bars for a powder coat, a shot blast and a powder coat. I've just picked up the frame and handlebars and other bits from the sandblaster. He'd given them a powder coating afterwards, which is what I asked for. I'm incredibly happy. It cost a bit more than I was hoping for, but I've never seen such perfect flat powder coating before. It's a really beautiful job he's done. Like the colours, like all spot on. I'm very happy, so I'm going to throw this back together and we'll take it for a ride. Homage to a misspent youth spent entirely on BMXs. We're going to stick flat lamp pedals on it, eh? So that was my post bike rest dome mod. This is a Pashley Postmaster, I think, about 1985 or something like that. Maybe a bit earlier because it had the rod brakes on it. I know a few people might be upset that I cut the rod brakes off, but I wanted something that I could use safely without the risk of going into the back of a tractor, you know. And I got a couple of bikes still with rod brakes on them, which I'll leave as they are just because they look nice, you know. When the brakes are in nice condition, all the chrome's there, the rod brakes are beautiful things, but they just don't work, do they? And the whole point of this bike is it is meant to be functional. That's why I went to powder coat. Powder coat, I have never seen such a good finish on a powder coat. Like, my mate did this, and well, I've had him do, well, he's done jobs for me in the past, like stuff for work and that with aeroplanes, but he took a bit of time on this. I'm not saying his other jobs are bad, but this is exceptionally good for a powder coat. The reason I went with powder coat, just because it's so tough, I suppose. Like I say, I could have put 2-pack on it myself, but if you have a look at the chain ring, I've ridden it a few miles to the shop and back now, and you know, it hasn't even taken all the paint off the teeth. A lot of that's dirt. I think that's dirt. Or maybe it has taken that one off. Either way, if that was 2-pack, the whole lot would have been shone up by now, wouldn't it? And that's gone on top of chrome. So that was a brand new chain ring that I got. It's only a cheap one. Still cranks. It's really cheap, less than a tenner, I think, and the pedals were £4. So I don't know how long they're going to last, but you know, yeah, the chain ring was chrome plate, and the sandblaster and powder coat guy, he gave it a once over with the blaster, and then that helps the powder coat stick really nicely on it, so it'll be a good solid finish that'll be there for years now. Put a coaster brake in the back, back pedal brake or whatever you call them. This one's from the Czech Republic. There's two that are commonly available. There's Czech ones and Chinese ones, and Czech ones, you know, they're the same sort of money, but the Czech ones have quite a good reputation. And that the thing is, like, no one uses coaster brakes in England. They're pretty rare, so that's going to take me some getting used to. The wheels, like, just pretty standard, cheapo tyres. I reckon all the bits I spent on this bike, under 100 quid, and the powder coating, what? I can't say how much that cost because it's a friend that did it, you know. But you'll get it done cheap. I don't know if you'll be able to find someone that'll be able to do as good a job as this, because this is. I just can't get over what a beautiful finish he's got on this powder coat. Really is stunning. All right. Lovely, lovely. Thank you very much if you see this, mate. Yeah, it looks a bit orangey under this light, but this is genuine Royal Mail red. They have their own rail code and everything. That's the British paint code, if you want to match stuff up. And this guy, the sandblaster, also does telephone boxes and post boxes, you know, old stuff, and sells them to Japanese tourists and that. So, you know, he's got the colours there waiting to go, and it's the perfect colour for this bike. Really happy I kept it red now. Yeah, it rides like a post bike, so feels like it's made out of cast iron, because it is incredibly stable, extremely comfy, never going to win any races, but you know, a real giggle to ride and burn around on, isn't it? Like, you can almost get your knee down on the corners with these nice wide tyres, which only just clear the forks. Woo! So, and the thing is, because you've got old style forks, there's just a slot in the bottom. There's nothing to positively locate the nuts. There's not even a hole for that tab washer. You know, a lot of bikes have a little hole. I didn't want to drill a hole because I don't know, you only really get one chance of that, don't you? If you mess it up, then I'd have to put smaller tyres on or just get rid of that tab washer altogether, and I'd still have a hole there. But well, it's worked out really nice, and like I said, I've done a couple of miles now, and it's not moved, so I reckon it'll be good forever like that. sealed bearing, right, there's another way. If you put an old bike back together for nostalgic purposes, yeah, I completely appreciate keeping the original ball and cut washers, but if you're going to use a bike, it costs less to put a sealed bearing in than it does to you know, get hold of all the bits for a ball and cone bearing, and like, this will just last forever now, won't it? Well, 10,000 miles I reckon on those things, which I'm probably not going to do on this bike, being realistic. Just a bit of a road bike bar wrap on the handlebars and all, and just a second-hand saddle. I did have an old Brooks I was going to try and rebuild, but what, I don't know, it kind of didn't feel right, because there's lots of new bits on this bike, and what I just want, you know, a nice reliable bike that I can leave outside. And if you put a leather saddle on a bike, you got to be so careful with it, you know, keeping the rain off it. You end up carrying a plastic bag around, and then it looks like your bike's having a shower and it's a swimming cap on it if you have to park it up beside the road in the rain. Hey, it is nice. It's just a good, straightforward, fun bike. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you give us a share and a like and a subscribe if you're new to the channel, and that it's always greatly appreciated and means I will do much more of this sort of thing. So take care, folks, and if you've got anything to say, let me know in the comments below. Bye bye.